All right, last parabola. So, again, same exact practice as before. Identify the y-intercept. It will occur at 0, -5. So there we have it. Let's complete the square. So y equals, factor out that 2 times x squared plus 4x. Close it. Leave that -5 where it is. Y equals 2. If you look at x squared plus 4x, you know that's going to be x plus 2 squared, right? That is half of that number right there. So x plus 2 squared, I have -5, and now I need to adjust. I need to subtract my 2 squared from that, but it's being multiplied by 2, so I need to subtract 2 times 2 squared. So y equals 2 times x plus 2, quantity squared. 2 squared is 4. 4 times 2 is 8, so I have -5 minus 8 gives me -13, simplifying that last bit there. So what have I found? I've found my vertex at the coordinates -2, -13. I found my axis of symmetry at x equals -2. So let's find our x-intercepts. So we need, they're gross numbers, but it's okay. We need to set it equals 0. 0 equals 2 times x plus 2 squared minus 13. And we will add 13 to both sides. 13 equals 2 times x plus 2 squared. Divide both sides by 2. So 13 over 2 equals x plus 2 squared. And now we're going to square root both sides. So plus or minus the square root of 13 over 2 equals x plus 2. So finally, subtract 2, -2, plus or minus the square root of 13 halves will give us our x-intercepts. And that's gross. You can't simplify it anymore. So now it's time to approximate that with a calculator. -2 plus the square root of 13 halves. Make sure that the denominator of 2 is inside that square root. We should get one x-intercept at 0.55, essentially 5495, so we'll run that to 55, comma 0. The other one, go ahead and do -2 minus the square root of 13 halves, and you should get another one at -4.55, comma 0. Those are our x-intercepts. Again, they should be centered on that axis of symmetry. So let's go ahead and sketch it in now. Axis of symmetry is at -2, and notice we have a lot of negative values. So we're going to need something like that. Okay. So here's a +1, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 should do it. And then we need to go all the way down to -13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Oop, that didn't look good. There we go. All right, so axis of symmetry is at -2, so let's sketch that in to the best of our ability, right there. Vertex was at -13, -2, so that is right here. So that's -2, comma -13. That's our vertex. Y-intercept was at -5. So notice this is growing very quickly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, -5 right there. So 0, comma -5. 2 to the right, we got a point. So 2 to the left, we'll get that same y value right there. So -4, -5, just like that. And now our x-intercepts, which are at 0.55 and -4.55. So 0.55 is going to be right about there. So call that 0.55, comma 0. And then -4.5-ish should put us right there. -4.55, comma 0, right there. Hey, does that look a little off to you? It looks a little off to me. Look from that axis of symmetry, 1, 2.5-ish. 1, 2, 3.5-ish. Whoops, I messed that up. I put that point too far over, so we need to erase that. That point should be like right there, and that should look more symmetrical now. Alright, so we're going to have to sketch this in. It's going to be hard to make it not a V, but don't make it a V, right? We need a little curve there. It's going to curve, and then it's going to grow super steep up there. And again, it's going to curve, and then grow super steep, and hit all of those points. So there's our parabola. We have them all. We're finished. We're done with homework.